Hello, hello, hello. All right, we'll do interrogation again. Interrogation. Let me get this up all quick.
I don't slack off.
5 days left, so I can get around 4,000 more. I guess it should be enough to clear these boats. Alright, interrogation. We'll start with summer. Summer or chameleon? Summer or chameleon? I can choose. We'll go with summer. And this is going to finish. Oh, alright. Starto, interrogato. After the Crypt Operation Bureau Office. Is the Ring Research Institute still unable to provide the MBCC with relevant information about the Mania crystal? My apologies. Currently, no one in the Ring Research Institute can answer your questions. Wait. Let me remember. Mania crystal. Correct. At the forefront of this city's academia, the Ring Research Institute is the synonym of omniscience. If even the Ring Research Institute cannot explain it, you can't imagine just what kind of rare object that red crystal should be. That being said, in that cage of yours, there's one person who must know the answers. In the absence of an interesting invention or an unexplored theory, you won't be able to pique her interest to answer your questions. She opens the cabinet and takes out an object that looks like a Rubik's Cube. You examine its inside carefully and find something in there. What is this? Take this as an apology gift from the Ring Research Institute for failing to answer your questions directly. Bring this with you and she'll surely give you a satisfying answer. Time's up. I'll see you next time, the Chief of MBCC. The communication is cut off. At the same time, the Bureau receives a mysterious object from the Ring Research Institute in the mailbox. In the interrogation room, Summer keeps fiddling with the Rubik's Cube in her hands without lifting her gaze once. Start! She narrows her eyes and glances at the incandescent lamp on the ceiling, then at you who's turned on the light, and finally shifts her attention back on her own hands. Looks like this time I can solve it completely within 3 minutes. After all, a quiet environment is the best. R#5, you are #5. The young girl before you is twisting the Rubik's Cube rapidly while mumbling something constantly, treating you like a mere strand of smoke that's flown into the room. Can we start already? Oh, whenever you're ready. Let's get it over with quickly. She goes along with what you're saying and keeps twisting the 11/11 Rubik's Cube unthinkingly. In mere seconds, squares of different colors are returned to their original positions. Of course, she's the prodigy who keeps keeping grades and got into the Ring Research Institute at 14. The common 3x3 Rubik's Cube must be a piece of cake to her. You flip through Summer's research thesis, wanting to spot some things you can ask her about. A brief introduction to the faults in the crystallized ring substance, rechargeable battery design and the solutions. Simulated calculation theory of the ring substance's waste heat emission. A study on the ring's substance, second order entropy change calculation. Every word and every study is accompanied by danger and the unknown. The research materials she uses are all the most unstable ring substance closest to its original state. A single mistake could have obliterated the entire Ring Research Institute. Yet Summer had been tampering with this incredibly dangerous stuff for 3 years. No wonder some say that instead of calling her the genius of the Research Institute, titles like Mad Scientist or Explorer of the Forbidden suit her more. A Mania weapon confiscated from the crypt, though it is deprived of Mania crystals, it still emits an ominous red glow. Submit! Are you familiar with this? Summer takes one single glance at the weapon, reflecting on an ominous glint, and answers you immediately. Of course, this is the improved version of the mass-produced light Mania weapon too. Average power, it can't even make a hole in that door in front of you. I'm done talking. Can you let me go now? Summer impatiently tries to stand up from the chair as if she has some urgent matter to attend to. But your questioning has only just begun. What about that thing on top of it? You point at the dip on the weapon. There was a crystal on it, but you removed it beforehand for safety reasons. I'm not sure what kind of obsession you have over that kind of filthy thing. But if you just want to know its parameters, it's best you ask the guys at the Ring Research Institute. They have no idea. It's been so long and they still haven't figured out anything. Their productivity is disappointing as always. Can you tell me about this crystal? I see that it's been discussed in many of your theses. No, because I'm only a student now. A student can't know anything about such an advanced subject. I believe what you should give the student now is a little bit of freedom. Right, Chief? This is no regular interrogation in which things is under your control. This science master before you is obviously only concerned about how to get out of here, and you can't do anything about it. She doesn't want to go deep into your questions, so she's only brushing them off with unimportant information. You need something to pique her interest. It has to be either a great invention she's never seen before or this. The man's words ring in your head. It looks like you'll need to count on Summer's former employer. After all, I'll pay a consultation fee. Summer doesn't respond directly this time, but you notice that she's definitely looking more interested. These coins, I don't need them, not interested. Not money and an item. Let me put it out there, I'm not interested in ordinary items. Don't waste your time if it's not some highly classified research material or report. Encrypted by a mysterious protocol, this item is something that even the combined effort of dozens of hackers working for 100 hours wasn't enough to crack its secret. Before Summer finishes, you put on a pair of gloves and uncover the hidden layer in the evidence cabinet. A pale blue light starts to glow in the room. This is Super Saiyajin. That thing, I know what I saw. It must be that. Man, she looks cute. After seeing the object in the evidence cabinet, indifference has completely vanished from Summer. She stores away the Rubik's Cube, her face brimming with excitement. Miss Chief. Well, conflicting points of view are inevitable during academic exchanges. Could you hand that object to me directly? I, Summer, promise to brand your name onto my next great invention. Can you crack its encryption? Last week, the MBCC hired several dozen hackers and they worked for around 100 hours in vain to crack the encryption on it. Hey, don't you underestimate me. As long as you hand that thing to me, I'll answer whatever questions you have. Mania crystals, the black ring, anything. Do we have a deal? Yes! Summer presses down on several squares of the Rubik's Cube and it expands instantly, ripping open all the outer materials and wrapping tightly around that videotape. Let me see what's become of the thing inside. Frankly, you're a bit nervous. The thing that piques the interest of the former top genius of the Ring Research Institute is probably about to be revealed before your eyes. Are you sure it's appropriate that I see this? Of course it is, why not? How unexciting it will be to have no one to share this kind of masterpiece with. You're surprised to see this noble side of Summers. As a scientist, she seems completely unbothered by someone picking at her important research outcome. As the layers of outer material keep peeling off, you can't help but getting nervous. The walls of the interrogation room are covered by pitch black projections. The incomparable masterpiece of the genius is about to be presented before you. The world is once again on the verge of destruction. A mysterious disaster has brought prejudice to tens of millions. Summer has been robbed of her health and become sickly and bedridden. She can only waste her days away watching anime. However, she meets a high school girl who tries a giant robot to save the world, and Summer finally finds her dream. I want to become an invincible high school girl too. I want to solve the mystery and save the world. She becomes a motivated little genius. The most renowned genius inventor in the city. The youngest chief scientist of the top research institute. The girl who was robbed of hope. The girl who was robbed of hope by the disaster has now overcome the challenges. Is back to face the disaster head on. This time she sets to challenge the mystery and save humanity. To be continued. Hey, so how was it? It's pretty awesome, isn't it? Cringe. Those guys at the Ring Research Institute have done a pretty good job. They finally come to this point after all these years. What the fuck? I'm speechless. There's no incomparable masterpiece or groundbreaking discovery. This is only a super cheap and cheesy anime storyboard. You can't connect the young girl before you to the researcher of a forbidden substance. Hahaha. Still brings back memories no matter how many times I watched it. This theoretical version consists of 3 episodes. It tells the story of a genius teenage girl named Summer who becomes an invincible high schooler and ends up saving the world. The protagonist of the story. Is this Summer girl based on yourself? Spot on! My dream is to realize this exhilarating and motivational story so it can be passed on for generations. She was born a sickly child, but her intelligence is beyond measure. She skips grades and enters high school. Then she gets into the top research institute, absolutely kills it, and gets acclaimed as the savior of the world. Isn't that super exhilarating, Chief? Production aside, what do you think about the script? Oh, I'm speaking. Rather than a fantasy, it's more like a middle schooler's daydream. What's that silence supposed to mean? I just think everyone's passion deserves to be respected. Chief, don't you watch anime at all? You age quickly like that. I just watched the Madnuk Blackwater Orphan. Oh, it looks like you're a trend follower when it comes to anime, Chief. Why? Because there are too many epic scenes in that one. You see them everywhere on the internet and the show's gotten a lot of attention. Damn it, but that ending was so poorly made. I refuse to recognize it as a part of the Madnuk series. Summer is getting more and more excited as she speaks. It seems that she hasn't chatted about anime with someone face to face in a long time. Although you'd like to chat more with her, you have a more important task at hand. You should answer my questions. You promised. Of course, Summer, is destined to become a hero. I'll always keep my promises. Seeing that you could obtain a Mania weapon like that, you must have been in contact with Blackwater for quite a bit, which means you shouldn't be completely ignorant about that thing. But as a thank you for bringing me that videotape, I won't probe further. Do you want a detailed explanation or just a general one? A detailed one. Oh, an unlikely scholar. It's a shame that you don't have enough space here. Not enough space? Let me see. I'll need a blackboard at least this big. What are you gonna do? Draw its crystal structure, of course. No need to go that in depth. I only need to know the relations among Mania crystals, black rings, and sinners. Alright, let me think of how to present it more visually for you. I know, let's use this. Summer grabs the iced water on the table. You have that weapon with you, that means you've been to that crypt, right? Let's assume that crypt is this glass containing water. If the temperature continues to drop, you get more and more ice in the glass. Similarly, if the contamination level rises in the crypt, you get more and more ring substances in it. The Mania crystal is not exactly a common crystal. It's a crystal formed after the ring substance has absorbed inner spiritual energy. And how does Mania crystal affect sinners? You should know that Mania is in essence a form of mental breakdown. The invisible and intangible spiritual energy is projected into our real world and becomes a substance that can be said for those spikes, the contamination, and the mutation. Just like what I saw in the crypt. Yes, the ring substance is a special kind of contamination. It's different from the usual mental contamination with a strong maniac will. I still haven't found out from whom this ring substance comes from. On the contrary, it's like a blank catalyst which only amplifies and catalyzes others' wills. Therefore, under certain conditions, the ring substance will resonate with a sinner's manic spirit. Just like a photocopier, it becomes a physical manic conscious being. The so-called Mania crystals are spirit crystals created through duplicating sinners' emotional fluctuations, and they're a kind of portable mental power generator. Then the laboratory of pharma. I've seen many of these things. That's right. I'm afraid that facility obtains the sinner's ability they favor through experiments that stimulate sinners' minds and force them to stay in a manic state for extended periods to lengthen the time of resonance. I've looked at the dark web. That one named 99 is probably one of the top selling purifiers in Syndicate. She's right, Syndicate worships power, and 99 is the synonym of extreme power. It's only a matter of time before she becomes a hot pick. Do you recall the way 99 looked when she was injured? Tremendous pain must lie beneath that powerful surface. But how did Pharma get the technology? The conditions in Syndicate are extremely harsh and the refinement of Mania crystals is utterly difficult. Yet Mania weapons begin flourishing rapidly in Syndicate at a particular point in time. That is virtually impossible without the help from the outside. Mania crystals evolved from the ring substance, and Summer is closely related to them. How are Mania weapons different from your weapon? You shift your gaze to the drone sitting in the corner. Their appearance and propelling mechanisms are very similar, coincidentally. They're not the same thing at all. Don't compare my unique invention to those mass-produced defective products, Chief. These copycats are even copying my design. How dare they? They don't even understand the second law of the ring substance at all. The research I've put my blood, sweat and tears into, and they created this kind of garbage. Summer looks like she's getting in the mood to continue talking about the ring substance. So you quickly switch the topic. I have another thing to show you. Oh, what is it? Is it the second episode of the theatrical version? I remember they only do a rough draft at the time. You shake your head and pass a document to Summer. A distress message from Pharma. The handwriting is so messy that it is barely intelligible. The mate. Summer holds up the document and squints to read the fragmented text. What is this? Help! A lunatic is attacking the lab. Help me quickly. Are you taking me out on an operation, Chief? No, not today. I only have the strength left for walking back to my room. This is a call for help letter from Pharma. It said that a big explosion happened there and it was caused by Mania weapons. In the desolate Pharma in the picture, a light piercing through the sky, shining bright. Do you know about this incident? Ahem, what a shame. This is the end of Miss Summers' Q&A session. It's already 7:58, my favorite show. McKenna Rudder is about to start. You said you'd let me go on time before I came. The Q&A session is over. For your next consultation, remember to bring the second episode. Oh, by the way, you're welcome anytime to discuss anime with me. It looks like this genius' weird temper has cropped up again. You sigh and open the interrogation room's door. Tokusatsu show, here I come. With the help of the drones, Summer dashes out of the interrogation room. Mania crystals ring substances. These mysterious and deadly substances are mere playthings in Summer's hand. No one expected this mad genius to have such a deep secret. The videotape has resolved the question that no one could answer. At least for now, you want your relationship be one of the mentor and friend instead of sinner. Phase 2.
Is this in order? Okay. I'll see to it.
Am I missing something? Let me collect this real quick. Oh, smear. Oh, ho, ho. Oh. Right, interrogation. Oh, accident. That was an accident. Okay. Interrogator. The screams are tearing at your nerves. The contamination is ripping your consciousness apart. Countless hands of filth are sticking onto your body. Something is fusing into your body and dissolving your consciousness. Frantic words are buzzing in your ears, ringing louder and louder. It feels so familiar and nice, as if it's always belonged in your body. Accept the gift. The arms of filth are tightening as if wanting to drag you into the abyss. You struggle hard to break free from its constraints, but in vain. Just as you're about to be devoured by this chaos, you find yourself lying on the bed in the lounge. You scramble up, your shirt already soaked in cold sweat. Since that day, you often go back to that place in your dreams. The horrifying corpse spawn and the unknown gift kept reappearing in your dreams. There seems to be a fearsome link between you and the Black Ring. You need more information. You need to know what has happened to you. Having collected yourself, you call the Ring Research Institute through the distant communication system. Hello, this is the Chief of the MBCC. It only takes a few seconds for the man to pick up. You want to request help, but you are not sure where to start. After all, you've seen too many strange things these past few days. You don't need to explain. I know you have a lot of questions about yourself. We'll provide you with a new videotape. You know the drill. Go meet Summer, she'll give you the answers to everything. You hang up like some kind of clairvoyant. The Ring Research Institute gives you the solution before you even ask. How has he come to know what's been happening to you? Can it be that you're being spied on by the Ring Research Institute? You try your best to calm your agitated nerves. The situation is already messed up enough for your limited attention to get distracted. There's no doubt the Research Institute is on the DCT side. They will certainly help the MBCC. Without the previous videotape, you never would have gotten anything from Summer. Chief, here's the thing sent from the Ring Research Institute. Nightingale is holding another encrypted videotape in her hand. Send it straight to Senior Summer's room. It will be needed right away. Nightingale nods and strides off. Even geniuses face setbacks. Tens of thousands of them, no less. The disaster is storming near, but the hero has not finished her preparation. She's been kicked out of the institute and stripped of her rights as a hero, yet she continues her research in harsh conditions. Her research is coveted by many and used for malicious purposes by invincible enemies. Summer can only fight alone. But Summer refuses to yield because she is the superhero who will save the world. She is invincibility itself. She breaks through the bottleneck and invents a powerful and unbeatable weapon. She aims right at the enemy's nest and eliminates them once and for all. All obstacles can be overcome because she is the invincible protagonist, the hope that saves the world. To be continued. Rate it. What do you think of the script and the storyboard this time? Very serious when you make this. If you think about it, it's not an easy thing to make every frame ridiculous either. Well, state the ridiculous parts then. I'll give you a few examples. What setbacks have Summer encountered? Summer has met the toughest technical bottleneck in history. So what exactly is the bottleneck? An issue with the ring weapon's energy conversion rate, of course. It will make the story too slow if I mention that all that matters are exciting battle scenes. It will slow down the pace for the audience, so I only mentioned it briefly and transitioned straight to the important scenes after that. Why has Summer gotten kicked out of the institute? You didn't even get that because Summer finds the institute boring. What the fuck? Obviously. Is this really coming from a hero who's saving the world? Why not? Why must the world-saving hero always listen to everything the institute says? Like in the ever beloved, the protagonist barely listens to the institute either. Hasn't he saved the world too in the end? And who are Summer's enemies? We don't even get a glimpse of them in the entire video. I don't care, stop nagging, Chief. Honestly, who cares as long as we get cool enough special effects? The enemies have already turned into ashes under Summer's bombarding. Of course. Come on, none of this matters as long as he gets awesome transformation and battle scenes. I mean, that's Summer who destroys all of the enemy's evil plans on her own. Before you work on the battle scenes, why don't you consider the overall quality first? Don't worry. Of course I'm considering it. I even have the best ending already in place. What is it? Despite Summer's catastrophic script writing, you're still curious about what kind of surprise she can bring you. I'm not telling you. It's still inside this genius brain of mine. Come to think of it, in the past few months, the two of you have been often chatting about plots of anime and manga when you're free. Just like magic, all your stress disappears temporarily when you're bickering with Summer. Today especially, Summer seems even happier than before. having gotten the second episode. Since we started talking, haven't you been feeling a little more relaxed? Did I seem that uptight? I noticed you were a little distracted when you were watching the anime. Haha, you're not very good at hiding your anxiety. So I guess you're bothered by some kind of tough questions. A question as tough as the one about the Mania crystal last time. Tooch! After all, geniuses are indeed way more observant than ordinary people. Ever since absorbing the fragment, the Bureau has been secretly examining your body with devices every day to check for any abnormalities. I suppose you're scared as well. Scared of having to investigate something you don't know or understand every day. In anime, whenever a protagonist encounters something like this, they get really sad. You're actually quite tough. Relax, Chief, I swear on my reputation. Hammer, the genius scriptwriter. I'll cheer you up with anime. Come on, what do you want to know this time? I can answer any questions. You're hesitant, deliberating whether you should recount your experience to Summer before you. If you keep it to yourself, no one will know you've touched a fragment of the black ring. But this fragment is like a ticking time bomb buried deep inside your body. Yet, in the whole this city, besides Summer, there's no one else you can talk to and can hopefully get you out of the plight you're in. You decide to first ask Summer to help tackle the problem that's been troubling you for the longest time. Tell me about the black ring. Haha, just as I expected. I knew you'd ask me this. I know you've just been inside one not long ago. How was it? The view inside the black ring must be very exciting, no? Although I've never physically entered the black ring, I've been inside a simulated version of it thousands of times already. I've seen all the possible situations, basically. There are always that kind of extremely weird landscapes inside, and some certain space-time distortion phenomena as well. Many characters are even controlled by certain wills and will attack the enemies of their controllers. And you're connected to the sinner Zoya through the shackles. You must have seen some extraordinary things. Summer's words take you back to the ground zero in Keelan Square. Amid the blazing flames, the distorted space is spreading uncontrollably. The hatred-filled flesh and blood, the jealous wishes of evil eye, and the muddy land. It's powerful, pure, intense and fearless, yet also utterly filthy. Pain and passion intertwine in your body. Rolling, the shackles released from your hand split into countless blood-red thorns. All of its remains rush into your body like a hurricane. wrecking and piercing through your soul. Something enters your body, you don't feel sick or strange at all. It comes, then it goes. That fragment lies within your body right now. Your previously suppressed emotions pours out suddenly. You cover your mouth and desperately hold back the urge to vomit. Chief, what's wrong? Do you have a low blood pressure? Here, have some chocolate. Seeing you in this condition, Summer seems worried. Don't worry. You never really entered a black ring? Of course I haven't. I'm not venturing into a black ring before I'm perfectly prepared for it. By the way, you should avoid using those rickety hyperpyramids. The inside of a black ring is a spiritual realm. If you stay there for too long, your mind may get completely corrupted. Spiritual realm? That's right. That's a place where the mind can affect reality. A ground zero's will is going to gradually corrupt and distort everything in reality. I call that place an imaginary number sequence of will. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? You glare at Summer. I digress. In that place, everything you see is real. But they're unreal too. Everything has long fallen out of the norm. Their spirits have long become united with the sequence of will, so they've turned into puppets who know nothing other than following orders. What about the black slit-like stuff in there? That's the substance released by the black ring, the ring substance. But it's not exactly accurate to call it a substance. It's a byproduct created when the imaginary number sequence of will invades reality. It contains extremely powerful mental power and can even influence substances in reality. For sure, this is also the idea behind the ring weapon's design, using the purest spirits as its core to provide bottomless firepower. Sigh. It's a shame that before the ring weapon was put into mass production, the project got called off. Otherwise, with this weapon, the FEC could have long eliminated all traces of whatever Mania super easily. It looks like the fragment inside you hides even more secrets you are unaware of. You must eradicate its influence. Otherwise, it may awaken anytime and corrupt your mind completely. How do you stop mental contamination? Spiritual contamination is only a phenomenon, an outcome. Essentially, it is the result of mutual interference and compression of the boundaries of the spiritual and physical dimensions. To stop it completely, you need to eradicate the source of Mania, the Black Ring. Except that someone already tried that long ago. Was it during the BR000 incident? No, even earlier than that. When the perishing star struck, someone already came up with the solution. But until today, no one has succeeded. Though existing black rings have been successfully removed, new black rings keep popping up. People keep turning into sinners under their influence one after another. The black ring is probably only the result of mass occurrence of a certain phenomenon, and its impact is irreversible. Now, what do you think is the thing that causes a black ring to occur, Steve? Summer throws the question at you. You think of the black box brought to the negotiation venue, the thing that turned Zoya into the black ring's ground zero, the thing that lives inside your body. An answer slowly forms in your brain, the one you reject the most. They are the inheritance. Correct, it's the inheritance. I'm lucky enough to have seen the residue of that thing. Only a few picograms of it can generate an infinite amount of energy. I'm very positive that it's something that absolutely definitely does not belong in this world. If I find the source of the disaster, the truth of the world will be presented right before my eyes. How I wish to see it. I wish to see it so much. Don't you want to see it, Chief? To find out what the secret hidden beneath the filthiest soil is? I may know its whereabouts. Oh, seriously, don't lie to me, Chief. I only saw it in a dream. It looked like a white box. And inside it, is there anything inside the box? As soon as you mention the white box, Summer seems really intrigued. There seems to be a fragment inside. Ha 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 ha. I see. As if having an epiphany, Summer suddenly laughs loudly. Thanks for telling me that, Chief, but one must not lie. If you saw it with your own eyes, then admit it. Don't make up some dream like that. Otherwise, things may end up terribly for you. No wonder your aura feels so familiar, Chief. It feels like the lab at Pharma. Summer leans into you, her warm breath brushing against your ear. Dear Chief, how do you explain the thing about the black ring in Keyland Square? The records show that no one was sent to clean up the site after its disappearance. It should be the most valuable research material, yet there has been no news about it in the FAC, the Legion, or even the Research Institute. The only possible explanation is that the MBCC has taken it. Half a month ago, I infiltrated the MBCC's intranet, but I didn't find any information about the inheritance. That's why I'm sure that the inheritance is inside you right now. She points at the tip of her nose with her index finger. When I first saw you, I thought you were just an ordinary person. Someone who shared my interest in anime. The shackles and the black ring fragment. These are areas out of reach of ordinary people. What has been presented before me only lead me to believe that you're the ideal vessel for the truth. Summer expands her armor and walks slowly towards you. What kind of answer can I find on you? When the source of sinners, the source of mania, and the source of ring all combine into one, what will be the outcome? I'm really looking forward to it. Will it be coexistence or destruction? Let's go. Chief, explore the truth and mystery of the world with me. Summer's expression has grown frantic, as if she's completely lost her sanity. You want to put the Bureau in the emergency mode to temporarily block Summer's ability. But right after you press the button on the control panel, you find that nothing happens. I've already told you I infiltrated the intranet half a month ago. Why wouldn't I have the Bureau's admin's rights? You truly underestimated the power of infinite knowledge, Chief. You want to forbid their actions with the shackles, but before you can say more than one word, a tranquilizer shot is stuck in your leg. You! Let's go, Chief! Let's begin our experiment. The Chief of the MBCC and S-Class Sinner have gone missing. Yes, the first target is used to be the ruins of the laboratory of Parma. Yes, this is the outcome I've been anticipating. Welcome back, my genius. Smells everywhere. Summer cube. You wake up. You reach out your hand and what you feel, the touch of cold steel. You seem to be locked in a ring-shaped experiment apparatus. This is a prison cell someone has built especially for you. You try to use the shackles but notice they've been blocked by some kind of power. Looking out the glass window on the wall, you see the familiar Parma ruins. The apparatuses are visibly worn old like the ruins, but the young girl is operating them skillfully, as she's always been conducting experiments here. Seeing that you've woken up, she only waves at you, then carries on with her operation. Cleaning routine, setup completed. Transporting route, setup completed. Solution mixing, in progress. 73% completed. Fully completed in approximately 3 minutes. Dozens of drones are transporting objects along the route you set up and cleaning the devices. Everything is working in perfect order. Alright, the preparation is done. A3, turn off the fractionator and fractionating column. Command confirmed. Ready to execute. Before you, Summer has been completely taken over by her thirst for knowledge. He's giving commands to the drones calmly to ensure the smooth execution of the experiment. You knock hard on the metal prison cell imprisoning you, hoping Summer can free you from it. Stop struggling, Chief. With your power, it's impossible to break it. Moreover, with this thing here, you can't use the shackles on me now. I'll let you out when it's time. If you're too bored, have a go at this. Summer presses a button and then 11x11 Rubik's Cube drops before you. Why are you doing this? Why, you're the ideal candidate for the inheritance. Don't you know your own worth? This is a necessary step towards the truth, towards saving the world. In the desolate Parma ruins, only the mechanical buzz of the drones can be heard. What will I become? Like those monsters in the Black Ring? As someone qualified for the inheritance, you don't have to worry about such things. If my assumption is correct, nothing's gonna go wrong, even if you hug it in your arms and give it a kiss. Summer answers your question as she mixes solutions of various colors together, gives the mixture a shake and sets it down. Amazing! This is the most stable state I ever seen. Parma is the right choice after all. What do you mean? You didn't even know that, being the chief of Minos and all? The inheritance was initially stored right here, in the laboratory of Parma. I couldn't find it here back then, but now my fish is finally coming. Great, I'm a step closer to the truth. I can't believe you're no different than Parma. Has your intention always been to steal the inheritance? Steal? No, what an awful way to put it. To be honest with you, I don't care where the inheritance is. All I care about is that I get to study the mystery of this inheritance. Next, we'll test the compatibility of the bearer and the stuff. Inspecting experiment environment. Result good. Experiment can begin immediately. Summer is operating the experiment panel, and the blue solution starts filling the glass prison cell you're in. Stop it! What is this? Oh. This is the inheritance catalyst number 3 concocted by me. All the raw materials were obtained from regular purchasing channels in the Bureau. You want to distract Summer and seize this chance to stop her with the shackles, but this proves somewhat difficult for you, having just awoken. Hey, relax. For someone like you, this won't be a great burden to your body. It may just hurt a little. The solution is growing in volume. You feel as though you're back to that boundless abyss. Countless hands staring at you hysterically. Viscous, painful and maniacal emotions are pouring into your mind. The origin of the mystery has once again opened its door for you. But this time, there are no terrifying corpse bones or sad departures. The emotions are stable. Prepare to increase the dosage. Let me yell! The solution keeps increasing. You must think of a way to escape from this class. Prison cell. Even if it's for the truth of the world, one shouldn't attempt something like this. The metal prison cell is unusually hard. It's impossible to break free of it with bare hands. Your gaze shifts to the Rubik's Cube Summer has thrown in. You grip the cube and smash it on the metallic surface. Sadly, it's only a most ordinary Rubik's Cube. The reaction reacts it easily and the color cubes shatter everywhere. One piece of it cuts your hand and a small amount of blood drips into the solution. Chief, don't attempt any dangerous moves. Just wait. Patiently. Next, it's time to uncover the truth and save the world. Uncover the truth and save the world. That's one of the iconic lines from the Age of Youth. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. The truth is waving at me on the other side. You know that Summer wants to replicate the inheritance initial form through stimulation. And you had the luck to see what was on the other side. There lies only pain, darkness, and despair. What's hidden on the side where the inheritance lies may not be the truth. Suddenly you hear a fine noise in the massive petri dish you're in. The frequency of the noise gets getting faster and its volume bigger. As if gaining its own consciousness, the solution is eating through the metal prison cell aggressively. Visible cracks began appearing on the incredibly hot seal. The pain plaguing you is also dwindling. Warning, pressure in the container is dropping continuously. Warning, stability of the container cannot be sustained. There are errors. No way. It shouldn't turn out like this. The solution should have fused with the inheritance and generated a new power. Again, let me try that again. It shouldn't have turned out like that. I must be able to turn this curse into infinite energy. The situation looks just like when Summer hits a bottleneck in the enemy. Turn this thing off. The inheritance won't bring you the truth, it only brings destruction. Nope. I was so close to making it. So close to making it. She's panicking and seems helpless. Yet she can only keep endeavoring endlessly to search for the unknown truth. Our little genius seems very troubled. A familiar voice is echoing on the experiment site. How did you find me? Through those two videotapes, of course. Our genius is still as careless as always. But I've made sure to delete all my records of use. It's hard to locate you, but it's easy to locate her. My patience is limited. Seeing that we were once colleagues, I don't want to harm you. Not bad. You've become much calmer than before. Your past self would have already fired at me. Haha, enough of that. How about you make a deal about the truth? Why, you're not interested? Go on. The initial test on the MBCC chief, farmers remaining members, and the ceaseless reports on the dark web. These three things combined give you nerves, right? Am I right? Of course, I'm the hero who's going to save the world. I can't sit back and watch the world go into a bigger crisis. The world is going into a crisis. I've never heard about this. We're talking about you, my dear chief. As the bearer of the inheritance, who wouldn't be curious about your body? That's why the deal is really simple. There's only one term. Come back to the research institute with me, Summer. In return, I can provide you with protection on behalf of the research institute. You'll regain freedom at the same time, no longer trapped in the MBCC's birdcage, and you'll receive way more generous research support. As for this one, once you're back, I'll let you study her with state-of-the-art equipment instead of a tacky metal like this. Consider my offer, my little genius. Summer's expression is serious, looking like she's mulling over the man's words. We've missed the good timing right. Right now, the FAG needs her power, and even that old hag at the 9th agency has her eyes fixed on her. So it's hard to get in touch with her through ordinary means. As he speaks, he sticks out his fingers and gently knocks a couple of times on the equipment imprisoning you. But the research institute will find a way to make her disappear, turning her into your permanent research material. We're all passionate about the truth, but the research institute treasures a one in a million genius more. Summer, did you know everyone at the research institute is looking forward to your return? There are many interesting projects waiting for you. It will be so much more fun than watching anime in that shabby place all day. Let her out. We should go now. The mysterious man beckons to Summer. Laplace, you're still so boring. What did you say? This time the research institute will be fully in charge. Farmer's tragedy won't happen again. As long as you come back and make your mark, you'll be the next Keelan, esteemed and praised by all. The proceed doesn't matter. Once you achieve the right results, you'll be the hero. See? You're still as shallow as always. Hero to me is not a title or a name. It's the one thing that I find the most interesting and must keep living up to. I will find the solution with my own powers. Your research institute, you better step aside this time. I will never trust you guys again, ever. I will keep fighting and carrying out my own research while sticking to my initial intention. If you pair your formula with the endless seeds in the research institute, we'll soon obtain power comparable to that of a black ring. Why don't you understand? There are so many more truths waiting for you. Why do you choose to waste your time here? Haha, blame it on your wicked tricks. Selling all my research findings to Pharma. No hero will make such a despicable act. Fine, go on lying low. Go on being an underachieving loser then. I shall trump over you. So the world will know that even without summer, research on the ring can still continue. Isn't that beyond your reach, considering your capability, Laplace? It looks like we run out of room for talk again, Summer. The solution filling up to your waist still keeps stimulating the black ring fragment in your body like numerous ants nibbling at your nerves. You want to stop the conflict between the two as soon as possible. Summer knocks on the container, signaling you to stop. Just wait for me patiently, Chief. A battle is coming up next. It's the safest choice to stay in the battle. Before she finishes her sentence, a laser beam is shot towards where you are, but before it touches that cage imprisoning you, it's blocked by Summer's drone. Haha, I'm impressed. Even though our combat team members hasn't carried any medical equipment on them, you've still spotted them. Attention, capture her alive. Understood. Everyone, be sure to control the laser intensity. Come on, show me just how much your ring weapon has improved in the past 2 years. Fire! At Laplace's command, countless bullets are sprayed towards Summer. Activate defensive stance. At her command, all the drones within the area immediately form an enormous shield before her and you. Sparks are flying everywhere and the defensive shell can barely block all the laser beams shooting at you. Warning, high temperature detected. Defensive shell will melt in approximately 5 seconds. Please take cover in time. Time remaining 4 seconds. Keep firing, you won't last long. Time remaining 3 seconds. Copy that, keep up with the attacking rate. Time remaining 2 seconds. Is this the truth you're after? How ridiculous. You're going to bring shame to the Ring Research Institute. So what? If I do, I don't want anything more to do with the Research Institute anymore. Anyway. Time remaining 1 second. I see that the Research Institute hasn't reached its standard. It's easy to spot a weakness in such an overly regular attack pattern. Shield melting. Please take cover. Summer looks fearless and doesn't even react to the drone's severe warning. Has she lost her mind? How can we capture her alive like this? Please fire now. Reform battle formation. The moment the shields melt, Summer gives her command and pushes out the already damaged drones to block out the last round of attack. A2, A4, A6, A8, A10. Switch to attack mode. Quick defense formation. Command accepted. Preparing to change battle strategy. B3, B6, B9, B12, switch to tracking mode. Prepare to eliminate specific targets. Command accepted. Preparing to eradicate threats. The drones began adjusting their combat forms, locking onto one hidden enemy after another. Full system lockdown. Clear area. With the snap of a finger from Summer, brilliant blue flames shot out from the ring weapon. Boom! Amid intense explosions, the office and defense dynamic on the battlefield reverses within a second. Lackeys have their armor blown away by the immense firepower. Despite having taken over the bunker, they can't resist the intense bombarding by the ring weapon. Yield the Laplace. If you leave now, I can pretend none of this has happened. Laplace is laughing hysterically, putting on a strange glove. With a wave of his hand, all of Summer's attacks are ceased entirely. Looks like our genius has learned quite a few lame jokes on the bureau. If Pharma hadn't been destroyed, you would have become one of them long ago, wouldn't you? Haha, Pharma. What could I have gotten from Pharma? Let me show you the latest technology from the Ring Research Institute. Those ring weapons and drones of yours, they are no more than toys in the face of it. I didn't want to play hero with you anymore. Recognize the difference in strength between you and us and come back, sinner. Summer! A brilliant blue light is gathering Laplace's arms. Harm! You sense danger instinctively. After he's put on that glove, all he can feel from Laplace is a fear that can destroy everything. Just like what you felt in that battle with the corpse spawn. Stop, Laplace. You look at Summer. Under his attack, there won't be any chances of survival, even if Summer fights back with all her might. Your only hope is to use the shackles to amplify Summer's ability so she can resist Laplace's attack. The entrance to the abyss, the origin of mysteries. The beginning of disasters. What actually lies there? You close your eyes gently, feeling the guidance your body receives. All these suckers. The truth is right before your eyes, yet you can't reach it. It's quiet under the dead silence. You finally activate the shackles successfully. The blue solution has brought you endless suffering, but it's also given you unimaginable power. The shackles pierce through the solution and split into countless blood-red thorns, spreading from the mental container covered in cracks. Chief, you. Noticing the sudden changes behind her, Summer scrambles over to stop you. But the power no longer brings you pain. It reassures you instead. No haggard figures, no painful emotions, only power in its purest form. It passes through the seal and firmly connects to Summer. Your truth does exist. Unlike extremely painful emotions, it doesn't long to devour, doesn't crave each other, and doesn't thirst for blood, flesh or souls. It simply exists. It wants to help others, wants to become their hero. It's the purest emotion as well as part of Summer's truth. Only sustaining this state is extremely demanding on your spirit. Finish him off quickly. You force yourself to steady the shackles and give Summer your final order. I knew it. How will my truth possibly be defeated? Summer turns back and smiles at you. Those bizarre tricks of yours are no match for the great invention by the Ring Research Institute. Ha 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 ha. No wonder the battle scenes were so poorly made in the second episode. You can't even imagine how I'd look when I destroy Karma. This time take a good look at how I butcher a whole team of villains on my own. And do a remake when you get back. The two sides pull the trigger at the same time. The blinding light forces you to keep your eyes shut. Let's go. Wait, let me do this one simple task before we continue. Shield. Is it possible if I do it in?
You won't be able to run away if I find you.
Luvia Ray is here to conquer you!
Alright. Let me go to restroom for a few seconds. Oh no, I made a mistake. That was not the skill I wanted. Wait, what am I doing? I can just do that with...
Whenever I'm lost in reverie, you'll show up.
Don't let go of my hand.
Shield. Oh.
Chief, after you.
I see. Now we just continue with our summer. I can do that later on my own.
Whenever I'm lost in reverie.
Alright. An unfamiliar ceiling, the edge of an unfamiliar bed, and unfamiliar curtains. And an unfamiliar person. How are you recovering, Chief? I thought I was gonna die. I was trying really hard to control the firepower. Blame it on Laplace. He's the one who went too far. I still think the person who locked me in a metal can was the one who went too far. Where's Laplace? No clue. All the surveillance equipment has been destroyed by fire. And I didn't find any trace of him. I was so sure I would succeed the first time. If you hadn't held me back, I probably could have done it. Can you give me the heads up next time? Nope. Why? I almost died in that experiment. What happened to that thing inside me? While you were asleep, I did a complete and comprehensive physical examination on you. Hey, what's that expression supposed to mean? Come on, it was handled by the drones. Of course I didn't touch you or anything. And what's the final conclusion? There's good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? I strongly recommend you to start with the good news. Go ahead. Your body is in good condition, Chief. And what's the bad news? The bad news is that that thing still exists inside your body. If you overuse the shackles or get too close to a black ring, I can't guarantee what will end up happening. So just the same as before. You chuckle dryly, thinking of it as running a lap, then returning to the starting point. I was wondering, Chief, if I apologize to you solemnly, can you pretend what happened today was just a dream? Everything is just as it was before. Nothing happened. Don't look into anything. There are certain things that can put you in great danger the more you know about them. At least for now, your body apparently hasn't gone through any actual abnormal changes. But you must make Summer go into the confinement cell, and she won't be allowed to have chocolate for a while. She'd better be prepared to face the consequences of doing such a thing to the Chief. You look down at the unfamiliar hospital bed and suddenly recall something very important. When are we going back? Let's wait a bit longer. This is a kidnap case aimed at the Chief, Sinner Summer. If you go back too late, your punishment won't be as simple as going into the confinement cell. Well then, at least wait until we finish watching the end of the Age of Youth. Summer begins blinking excessively at you. Usually when she does that, it means she's up to something. Where are we going to watch it? Downstairs, of course. Loud noise can be heard from the hallway. Apparently this is no desolate place. Why isn't there a new videotape for the Age of Youth this time? Did Laplace give it to you beforehand? Nope. Summer shakes her head and motions you to look out the window. We're going to shoot it real. What the? Wow! We're going to shoot it real time this time. This is a school? Just as you're still wondering how Summer, who's very weak physically, carried you upstairs, Summer has already changed into a new outfit. She's taken off her jacket from the research institute and changed into a suit, a small flower clipped onto her chest. The graduation ceremony is about to begin. Shall we go together, Chief? That's the third episode of the Age of Youth graduation. The two of you walk to the playground with all the other students. Chief, here. Keep it down. I'm not wearing a school uniform. What if the security guards notice me and kicks me out? Haha, no worries. I'll tell them you're my parent. After all, this is the last day at school. Even the strictest security guard will surely grant the students' wishes. Why did you decide to come here all of a sudden? Because I still don't have the important life experience of graduation. You almost can't believe your ears. No graduation, then how did you get into the Ring Research Institute? Like, they just asked me. They asked me if I wanted to do research on things related to the ring substance. And you said yes just like that? Of course, that's the ring substance you're talking about. Although it didn't end up well between me and them. You're suddenly speechless. Apparently a genius world is indeed different than that of ordinary people. Testing. Can you hear me? On the makeshift podium, someone who looks like the principal is testing the mic. Once he shows up, the noisy students soon all stop talking. I guess it's beginning now. Aileen. Present. Why she looks familiar? Guess it's just me. This is for you. I hope that in the future you will still think of your schoolmates and all your teachers here. You finished your journey here, but soon enough you'll set off on a new journey. You had good academic achievements and diverse hobbies. If you keep working hard and always apply your thinking, you'll certainly find a path best suited for yourself. Thank you. Thank you, Principal. The girl receives her graduation certificate, looking both overjoyed and sentimental. Next, Ronnie. The boy named Ronnie walks up to the podium. What's the girl's name? Eileen. Ronnie. I remember when you first came, you were the most mischievous boy here. It seems like time really does change a person. No, it's all because of your guidance. Haha, you've even grown to become a smooth talker too. Here, for you. Those who can adapt to the surrounding environment will always be the winners. I'm looking forward to your future achievements. Ronnie. The students go up the podium one after another, receiving the pull of their 3 years of study. The summer wind in June is hot. Even though it's almost evening, the setting sun is still radiating warmth. The two of you are standing at the front of the procession, listening to the principal's graduation speech. Summer suddenly grows sentimental. Well, to be honest with you, I envy these kids a lot. They have healthy bodies, unlike me, who's always been sickly. I couldn't do anything on my own. All I could do was sit in the classroom and work on questions. It was bearable at first when my classmates could still talk to me about the questions I was working on. But as I moved on to tougher and tougher questions, everyone in my class treated me like a weirdo. At the time, you didn't have any friends in your class? I guess you can say I had one. And who's that? Lol. Anime. It has to be a person. Then I didn't have any indeed, but back then anime was my only friend. That invincible high school girl is everything I long for. She has her youth, her adventures, her friends, and her wonderful daily life. She's given me my infinite imagination and courage. Perhaps that's the price of being a genius. No one truly understands them. That's why the ending of the Age of Youth must be like this. Having saved the world, the genius high school girl returns to her friends and has her graduation, putting a perfect full stop on her hero adventure. But even if she comes back to school, she has no friends here, so she'll make do with the chief. While you are discussing the ending of the third episode, the names of all graduates have already been called. The students there are all leaving to take pictures with their graduate certificates. Only you and Summer are left in the ceremony venue. You're not going? Summer seems a little hesitant, so you propose the idea to her. I guess you can, but let me put on my glasses. What do you think? Do I look more like a high schooler like this? But just as you want to step into the crowd, you receive a call from Nightingale. Chief, how are you doing? I got injured, but it's nothing serious. Is the sinner Summer still under your control? Summer glances at you a little uneasy. Yes. The MBCC's search unit will arrive at your location right away. Please stay where you are. Got it. In the end, this is not a ceremony a sinner can attend. I'm sorry. No need to apologize for something like this, Chief. I simply find it interesting. I want to experience things I've never experienced before. If something is interesting enough, I'll do it, but the situation this time is special. I'll let it be. This is the way I, Summer, do things in my life. The graduation ceremony at dusk has come to a perfect end, and you get in the car going back to the bureau. Come to think of it, what happened today can only count as a drill. How intense are they? You call that a drill? The crisis threatening the world is even bigger than I thought. During the battle with Laplace, I felt a strange power. I was lucky to have you by my side, Chief, so I was able to completely offset his power. That's why you're my necessary catalyst for saving the world. No, companion. So let's go back to the MBCC. I don't need help from those treacherous people at the Ring Research Institute. No matter what challenges I face, I have to write my own story, find the truth, and save the world in my own way. Write the perfect ending for the age of youth. Why aren't we allowed to bring anything into the confinement cell, Chief? What kind of confinement cell will that be? But I want to eat chocolate. Don't even mention your chocolate. Do you still remember what happened the last time? That was an accident. As I said, invention always involves accidents. I can at least order some at the supply office, can't I? You can, but you'll need my final approval. So, damn it, I can't ask Nightingale to tweak the quantity for me this time. If it causes delay in my invention, I won't be able to meet the standards in the age of youth. Which means I can save the world. You'll be liable for that. Don't you run away. Teary-eyed, the genius inventor watches you leave the confinement cell. But eventually in the approval form for the chocolate purchase order, you increase the volume discreetly. Perhaps this can somewhat compensate the girl for not being able to have a graduation this summer. Alright, now summer is done. Really though, it's taking around 2 hours for a single interrogation. But the story is good, so I don't mind it. Alright, I should finish that quest.
Now, whose pain will I uncover here?
Your shield once.
I can hear it.
Faster.
You've gotten too close.
You are all done. I am the Legion.
Death is your only destination. They will suffer no longer. That is good.
They will suffer no longer. That is good.
Whenever I'm lost in reverie, you'll show up and pull me back.
What's this? Oh. Link. Let me take some stamina.
Oh, are you here to see Michi? Feel free to take the time to look at the new supplies, too. Keep up with my rhythm.
Link.
You've gotten too close.
You are all done.
You forced me to do this!
Death is your only destination.
I am the Legion.
The revelry is over. Rest in peace.
I
I will
will
take
take
you
you home. The revelry is over. Rest in peace. I will take you home.
Don't run around. If something bad happens, I can't save you.
Last one.
You've gotten too close.
You are all done.
I am the Legion.
Death is your only destination.
You forced me to do this!
Ta-da.
The job is done. Shall we sort out the pay?
The job is done. Shall we sort out the pay? Okay, completed. 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 Oh. I see. Next.
Whenever Whenever I'm lost in reverie, you'll show up and pull me back to reality.
Wow, so much.
I don't slack off even during breaks. I don't slack off even during
So
breaks.
much.
I
but
don't
it's
slack
melting.
off even during breaks.
I don't want to use it now.
You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
Death is your only destination.
Let the dance begin.
I am the Legion.
You forced me to do this!
You are all dead.
Alright.
Gotten too close.
You messed with the wrong person.
You messed with the wrong person. I guess we can do one more. I don't want to do the difficulty though. Not now. I'll do Sunday.
You are all done.
You forced me to do this!
You've gotten too close.
Death is your only destination.
You forced me to do this!
I am the Legion.
begin.
You forced me to do this!
You forced me to do this.
Suffer no longer. That is good.
They will suffer no longer. That is good. Toot toot. Alright guys.
Whenever I'm lost in reverie,
Wait.
you'll
Ha! You're late. Keep up. Didn't you say you want to witness the reformation of Syndicate? Stay with me at...
Alright guys, that's it for today. We'll do Chameleon tomorrow. Thank you for watching and adios.